Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. Had to come off of that. I don't know what it is. It seems like every time I go in the first time, it comes back with a very, very bad echo. Um, so I had to discontinue that particular live and just hop on to discontinue and then hop into another. But brothers, truthfully, I wanted to speak on um, today's events, us, and whether we view this stuff as, view life. Now, I ain't gonna say life. The situation that's going on in life. Do we think this stuff is real? And then at the same time, are we moving with realism? Or what's going on? You're seeing a very different. We're seeing from a media aspect. You're seeing racial tensions. Whoo! I'm seeing a whole lot more brothers like, bring it on. It's like they got themselves mentally set for some type of unnecessary nonsense that's about to hit the fan. But it seems like this is what the nation been looking for. They're looking for a reason, and hey, they have 101 plus reasons why people are hating them a lot more. I mean, when I say them, I'm talking about the West, because they come off as bullies, and then right now they don't even have teeth in their mouth, and he's trying to bite somebody. They're used to going in and taking what they wanted. They're used to just get a passport, hop on your land, do what they wanted to do, leave when they want to leave, make a law what they want to make a law. And this is their history. So are we looking at them as real? Are we looking at their action as real? Because truthfully, we got to be just as real. We know what's happening off the top. We know what's happening. It ain't like we are naive. The old days are long and gone, and they're not coming back. That's one thing about those days. They're not coming back. If this world thinks it's going to push their narratives so much that they think they go push us back to the 1930s, 20s, hundreds, not living. Shalom, Brother Robert. I'm sorry about that, brother. I had a bad echo, and so I had to come out that live and start it back over, Brother Robert. But we'll look at that. I mean, I don't. What are you talking about, Brother Robert? I never heard it. How you even pronounce that, Brother Robert? We're talking, Sister Patricia. I seen. Did you send me an email? I seen that link. We talking about those type of things. These people done got themselves all geeked up, thinking that, hey, we got the power, not realizing they dead as a doorknob, but don't even realize it. They paralyzed. But it's up to us for us to be real. We know what's going on in this world. We know what's going to happen. That's one thing we do. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Brother Robert. Yeah, about to heal. Well, you know what, Brother Robert? Let me. What? Hey, let me hold on. You know what, brother? All of this is dealing with us, whether it's going to be about us or within us or outside of us. We are always in the drama. We are always in it. But now, I mean, you can pick and choose how you want to battle. That's one thing. You can pick and choose your battles. Now, but if a person feels you out of pocket, they will speak about it. They're going to speak about it. Even if you may not be out of pocket, if they just want to get into your business, this world loves drama. They love drama. That's what they do. This is how they thrive. But guess who the biggest dramas are, Brother Robert? The biggest dramas, the biggest dramatics are us. It's us. Hey, you know what? I knew this stuff was going to hit the fan, but you trust and believe, brother. That it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna stop with just T3 and me and your call with them. It's going to go further than that. It's going to go deeper than that. It's going to. Shalom, brother, sister Kathy. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. It's going to go deeper than that. Trust and believe. It's going to go across the board. You go see some dirt. You go see some things. You go hear some things, and it's meant to discourage you. And this is what I'm looking at, brothers. Don't let this nonsense. What people want to do? They're going to talk. They're going to lie, gossip, you name it. They're going to do it. They defame your name. They're going to do it. Now, that situation, you would think that that was a you would think that that was a dying stick. Shalom, Book and Zoom. Oh, I'm sorry, Book and Zion. I'm in Zoom. Ain't that crazy? But I'm saying, brothers, this is real. When you're thinking things are falling off, no, it's not falling off. It's not falling off. It's just like when they talk about, hey, we got a big news. What's his name? Trump and Putin is having war talks or peace talks. Now, for us, that may sound, wait a minute, hon, that's not good. We need y'all to go ahead and fight this war because we're trying to go home. But when the Most High has already spoken, brothers, I wouldn't even worry about that nonsense. Truthfully, they are always the liars. If they got to sit up and tell the world a lie, they're going to do it with a sense of grace. That's what they're going to do. Hold on, brother Robert. Truth. Hold on, brother. Let me read. I'm reading your message for a moment. I appreciate that, brother Robert. Brother Robert, truthfully, it does. Don't nobody want to be sitting here taken for granted, and especially when it involves money. They do not. Matter of fact, I talked to Sister Betty Bent last week. I talked to her last week. You know, yeah, we went down memory lane. That's what we did. We went down memory lane, and we just looking, and we was talking about how strong we used to be. That's what we talked about, Brother Robert. We talked about how strong I'm not gonna say we're weak. I'm not gonna say we're weak. How things came in and just a whole lot of questions came up and people did some things. But Brother Robert, I will say this. Some of us are going to be examples. whether it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. Some of us are going to be we will be up under that category. We're going to be up under that category. Some know for a fact they did wrong. Shalom, brother Dave. I'm glad you was able to make it in, bro. I got to get back on track, bro. With these lives, I do, working nights. Man, I tell you, it can be rough at times, but I'm going to have to bear through it. But I'm glad you made it in, brother Dave. And like I was saying, some of us are going to be examples, whether it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. Yahushua already said that what we're going to be doing. He said, you're going to have brothers betraying brothers. Brothers, I'll be the first one to raise my hand on that one. I will be the first to raise my hand on that. But Yahushua said it was going to happen. And it's happening. Hey, in order for us to understand what timeline we are in, we had to see these things. We had to see these things. And we want to see, oh, brother, what you talking about, brother Robert? Let me tell you something, brother. We ain't seen nothing yet. This is just the beginning of it. This is the beginning of it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see. She's a great one. Mm-hmm. And brother Robert, it's really the truth has to be told. It does. It's just like with our awakening. With this awakening that the Most High has granted us this privilege of knowing who you truthfully is or are. The Most High seen that it was necessary for you to know the truth. All righty. But we look at times, some of our brothers and sisters, we look at it a tad bit different. Leave well enough alone. Oh, you can't do that. Some people need to be called out. Some people need to be called out because they have a bad business practice or they did something they had no business doing. And they need to be called out. Shalom, brother Kenneth. Period. Yeah, they're going to keep knocking at these doors. And the only thing I do not appreciate, brother Robert, is this. When they do speak about other brothers and sisters in Tanzania, when it comes to the T3andMe thing, Yacob always saying the Jamaicans as if they're not the next of kin to you. That's the only thing I know. He said those Jamaicans. I mean, what, man? Go ahead and say those niggas and be done with it. Those still your brothers. They still your brothers. I don't care how you look at it. That's who they are. And wow. Wait, hold on, brother Robert. When did all this? I mean, I've been seeing bits and pieces of it and things, but when did all of this transpire? With Kiki Loves Nigeria, I heard of her. I never went to her channel, but I heard of her. But these things are going to happen, brothers, and it's going to be us that's going to do it. Yahushua said it's going to happen, so we should not be shell shocked. If somebody came in and said, "Hey," they came in and talk about, "Yeah, I'm Hebrew," and came in there and deceived a whole lot of people, we should not be shocked. We just need to be alert. We need to be alert. Yahushua said, many false prophets are going to start arising. Brother, do I need to really truly get into that? No, brother, I'm not in Tanzania, but I'm making plans on going. I should be leaving like the end of June, the beginning of July. I'm going back to take care of some business, and then I'm gonna fly back to take care of some business here. Then I'm gonna fly back again to get, to have everything all lined up the way I want things lined up. Because I'm not trying to get hemmed up ever again. I'm not. I'm not even trying to entertain that nonsense. We can be brothers and we can be sisters, but I'm gonna dot my I's and I'm gonna cross my own T's. That's how I'm going to do it. Um, and that's just my life experience. It's a beautiful thing to see brothers and sisters working together. I kid you not, brother. But from what we have seen in the last few, not years, not I ain't talking about no 10 or 20, these last few years, we've seen more scams going on than anything. That's what we've seen. We've seen our people heading back to Africa. They ain't got to necessarily be Tanzania. It don't necessarily have to be Tanzania. But we've seen our brothers, truthfully, doing what the Most High said. They fleeing. They was leaving. Whether they went to Ghana or Zambia or South Africa, they was getting up out. They was fleeing. They felt there was a little bit more safety in other lands. That's what they did. And still doing. This is the part of the end. Period. Our actions, whether it's good or bad, is part of the last days. Brother Robert, you got it. Do you have her link? Well, you know what, Sister Kathy, I don't think we have. Sister, let me tell you like this. It's going to take the Most High. I just really came to a realization. It's not we use the Most High as the one who's moving us together, right? We'll tell the world, oh, we serve the Most High Yah. We tell the world that, and I'm very adamant of how we use His name. I was very adamant with QTUA. I was looking, let me just throwing out the Most High's name out there like that. I don't think y'all understand the severity of it. And they threw it out there so much. Hey, once I came down, he started looking it over. You got my holy name. My name is a set apart name. How you living? What you doing? This is discouraging, but at the same time, brothers, we got to move forward. But truthfully, Sister Kathy, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. I mean, we can. Some brothers and sisters can work together, have a mindset, but you got to. It's like you never got to vet somebody, but you don't have that deep seated power to say, hey, she good people. It's the Most High who will look at their heart and the kidneys. It's the Most High who's going to look at the heart and kidneys. Brother Rob, do you have her oh, I can look it up. I can get it that way. But truthfully, brother, and let me just say it this way. I mean, I have limited information on T3andMe, and things of that nature. So I mean, I went out to their oh, I mean, out there. I didn't go to their house, but I was in the area where they was, you know, you know, parting out land. Put it that way. That's where I was at. I was with Sister Bantu Lisa. It's me, one, two, three, five, about 5 or 6 of us. We went out there to see her land and everything, see how what was the progress looking like and things of that nature. But when it's all over said and done, brother, it's this. We're gonna have to really look at this, and we're gonna have to see what banner do you want to be standing up under? What banner? Is it going to be? I mean, don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. We all imperfect. We're going to make mistakes. I get that, and I got it. It's laid down. It's concrete. Stick a fork in it. But when you keep on doing something where people are asking a question and they're not getting the answer, all you're doing is you keep throwing gas into the fire. You keep on fueling it. Either you go turn around, do what's right, repent, or you're not. One or the other is going to happen. Now, like I said, my information is very limited. I don't even I don't speak upon them because there's always going to be some type of drama going on with this awakening. This is a satanic move on, with the principalities. And brothers and sisters, this is one thing we have to understand too. They're getting weak. They're literally getting weaker. But at the same time, we're going to see some things that's going to be discouraging. But we got to press on. We got to make sure that we stay real. That's one thing we got to do. Ain't no ifs, ands, and no buts. Shalom, Sister Monica. She texted me, but I told you, brother, that she has a I don't know what's going on, but she have an issue with trying to get it to the chat. So she texted me and let me know she sends her love to the brothers and sisters in the chat. But this is what we have to do, brothers. We got to make sure that we real. And okay, Brother Robert. So I mean, yeah, just sticking if you're sticking in the chat, then I can post it. And this is the thing. This awakening, our awakening, is prophetic, and it's part of the last days. That's what it is. There's a lot of things that's going to happen, brothers and sisters. Now, at the same time, the Most High said, with these last days, He's going to speed it up. That's what He said. Now, and I hear brothers and sisters, oh, yeah, brother, before this happened, this here got to happen, or that got to happen, or this got to happen. But brother, I don't care what got to happen. The Most High said it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And He said He will not be late. One thing we are seeing, that a nation is being judged. Well, nations is being judged. The world can call it global warming all they want. If this is what they got to do to a lot of their people, so be it. They're going to do it, and they're going to do it with a smile. This is what they're going to do. They're still doing it. But we, on the other hand, we're on a whole different level. We are on a whole different level. We read the prophetic words. We're going to find out we are the people that's part of that prophetic word. I heard brothers speak on this. Oh, about time this prophecy happened, I'm gonna be dead and gone. Brothers, let me tell you something. Did not the Most High say life and death is in the tongue? The tongue is a powerful member. Why in the world you go sit up and put a time stamp on your life and you keep speaking it, it's going to happen. When the Most High Yahushua said, hey, my people that's going to be living at this particular time, some of them going to experience all of these last days and will never die. So who are you? Well, that's your business. Let me take that lie back. Let me take that statement back. If you keep on saying to yourself, and don't get me wrong, brothers, we're coming out of a negative system. That's what we're coming out of, and it's hard to shake that stuff off. It's very difficult to shake it off, but we got to keep on fighting to shake it off. You got to start thinking more positive about yourself. You do. If you think brothers, what you think can either damage you or heal you. It's going to be one or the other. The Most High tells us the leaves are for the curing of the nation. Do you believe? Get real and believe it. Get real and believe it. You know for a fact, hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Everybody on this planet knows. In order for them to continue to live, shalom, Brother Robert. I'm glad you was able to make it in, brother. In order for you to live, what do you need? Food and water. But you don't think about it. But you know you need it. You have faith that you need food and water in order for you to continue to live. But you see how strong that resolve is. You know for a fact you need it, and you get it. Brothers and sisters, have that resolve. Well, I just talked to a sister today, and she got diagnosed with cancer. I did. We talked for a moment, and I said, sister, well, you know, a body that is full of oxygen, a disease, it's difficult for a disease to live there. But do you know, brothers, if a person says, I don't believe that, and they're high strung about it, it ain't gonna happen for them. It's not. The Most High said, the leaves are for the curing of the nation. If you don't believe the Most High, all right, no problem. The Most High gonna let you go ahead and wither. That's what he's going to do. Brother Yah Saints, shalom, brother. I'm glad you was able to make it in. You're going to wither. If you ever want to get on the Most High's bad side, don't believe him. Don't trust him. That's his bad side. And we seen it. We read about it. Our forefathers kept on putting him to the test. They put him to the test. I mean, plenty of times, I'm gonna wipe him out. They got on his last nerve. That's what they did. Now, brothers, granted, we done went through 400 years. 400 years. Something that our predecessors, our ancestors, never went through. It's just like we took every last one of our forefathers' captivity, and it all came down on us at the end of the road. It was like a ton of bricks. That's what he did. We had all of that captivity that we was going in and out of captivity. We get to one major captivity, and this is the first ever in Israel history that we went international. We went worldwide. That's what we did. Shalom, Sister Melody. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. That's what we did. Shalom, brother Earl. I didn't see that, brother. I'm sorry about that. This is where we at, brothers. This stuff is real, and we got to be real with it. The devil is getting weak. Him and his fallen ones, they're getting weak. They seeing something. They feeling a shift. There's a fleshly shift. There's a spiritual shift, and they feeling it. And now you're talking about a shaking and a vibrating. That's what they're doing. They're realizing the Elohim of Israel is about to move. He's about to make a move. They feeling it. They seeing the actions of a people that he has in control right now. They're making some dumb decisions. That's what they're doing. We gotta stay on point. We gotta stay really alert to what they're doing. Hey, and at the same time, what is our people doing? Some of our brothers and sisters getting into frustration, and they acting out frustration. That's what they're doing. Some are gearing themselves up for what some people are calling a sea war. This is what they're doing. The world has agitated Israel to an extent. Israel is like, no, we're not taking it no more. Y'all came and you brought religion, and y'all kept us in order by means of false doctrine. This is what they did. This is what they did. I never forget when I was a child, they taught me that Jehovah's Witnesses, 144,000, all of them was white people. So you think about now, I'm a child now. I'm a child. So I'm thinking everybody in the Bible was white, but when they in these Bibles that we had when I was a child, it was the green Bible. But if you look in the back of the Bible, they were showing all the path of Paul's ministry, Yahusha, and everything. And I'm saying to myself, as a child, and then they had the Garden of Eden. I forgot about them. They had the Garden of Eden, and it was in Africa, but then they had a question mark somewhat in the eastern part of Africa. And even though being naive, I knew that there was more black people in Africa than it was white. So I started questioning. Everybody in the Bible was white. They had a book called My Book of Bible Stories. And then they had the audacity to say Ham is a progenitor of the dark race. This is this religion. Now you will start to understand why the Most High said, "Oh, Christendom, whew, that destruction on that beast, it ain't gonna be nothing pretty. It's not." And this was they taught. I don't care if you was a Jehovah's Witness or you're Third Day Baptist, Pentecostal, you name it, Christianity, all of them hemmed up. All of them are in judgment coming from the Most High. A lot of things that we experience in the world, trust and believe, brothers and sisters, religion was involved. Religion was involved. The mandate of throwing us into slavery, Christendom. And then they want to fly back, come into and act as if they are missionaries. And truthfully, they are the one who caused the issue, who lied about the issues. This is what they did. Yeah, man, please. Brothers and sisters, yeah. And this goes out to your family members too. They're gonna have to be real about waking up. It's all about some people are just complacent. They don't want to feel that they've been lied to. I mean, what? I mean, I somewhat felt that way. But then you got to buckle down. You had to buckle down. And so now let me read these scriptures because nine times they told me 144,000 were all coming from Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'm just saying to myself, now this even when I was a child, I said this. Jehovah's Witnesses came into play back in the 1800s. And you mean to tell me just out of this one religion, you have 144,000. Oh, but when I started to wake up, and where these tribes was coming from, and then Solomon stating that he was black. Oh, yeah. That right there struck a match. Well, now, why y'all depicting that he's white? Now, mind you now, brothers and sisters, at this particular time, I ain't know nothing about no apocryphers. I didn't. And so now, I'm saying all of this, brothers, for this reason. For the vast majority of brothers and sisters that's woke, who's very active, and I say active, are mature people. This is not no young movement. This is mature people movement. Why did the Most High get mature people? Yahushua, when did he get baptized? He got baptized at 33. When did he start his ministry? At a mature age. Why did the Most High wake up these mature people, brothers? Why? You have these mature people. I mean, brothers and sisters asking questions, giving up their understanding on things. It's a reason why the Most High has all of these mature people taking the lead of administering food at the proper time, spiritual food at the proper time, better understanding from a false teaching. See, this is where it took a mature person or mature man or mature woman to recognize another brother or sister who's teaching. And we really sat down and we bit that tongue because what we was taught. It had to be a white man to say something that was going to be true. That's it. Yeah, brother, y'all saying when they talk about that 144,000, brother, I mean, and then when one of them would die, they'll have him at the back of a watchtower saying, you know, he professed to be of the 144,000. But brother, when I woke up and I was like, nope, no, you're not of that. No, you're not 144,000. But hey, what they taught us that it was they was the only ones who can partake of the bread and the wine for the Passover. You know, here I am. You know, all these. I went to the congregation. It was somewhat mixed, blacks and whites, and they was always fighting over the AC. You know, black people want the AC. Now this is in the South. You know, they turn the AC on. The black brother go there and turn the AC on. The white brother, he get cold, he go turn it off. It was always about the AC in the congregation. But let me move on. But anyway, with this, put a letter out and letting the elders know to be aware of Black Hebrew Israelite. This is what they said. Because you know what? Even within the Jehovah's Witnesses, you got brothers who are awakening as Jehovah's Witnesses, but they letting these elders know, I'm not a Gentile. I am of Israel. And they say, I do not believe that Israel is done away with. But that's that dumb stuff that we was taught. Although you have the scripture that speaks about it absolutely opposite of what they're teaching, but they say they're the truth. False prophets, false teachers Yeah, it doesn't just stop with Israel. And the world, they topped it off. Now we're coming into our real world. And that's what are you right, brother, y'all saint? That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. Relationship over religion. And that's what we came out. And we came swinging. We came swinging. Sister Patricia, um, they this how they got me. And I know I spoke about this not too long ago. They called me in for an what do they call it? A shepherding call and things of that nature. And then they was like, well, when they could not reason with me, sis, who you think? Sis, thankful. Let me tell you something, sis. After the Most High woke me up, sis, let me tell you, I had so many different dreams. It wasn't even funny. I did. I tell you, I had so many different dreams. It wasn't even funny. And there's a fire that's lit up under you, and I think it's always been within us. Because once you start to realize, wait a minute, you lied about this, you lied about that, and you're not trying. Sister Patricia, do you know they just allowed brothers? What was it? About a year ago. The brothers, they can wear a beard now. And that was a pet peeve of mine. Sister Pixie does. Hey, how you doing, sis? It's been a minute. But they just, and so the brothers, they started texting me. And they were like, man, Mike, you know, the society said we can grow up. I'm like, hold on, brother. Y'all don't see the slave mentality that's going on? They got mad at me. Because I was already wearing a beard. And I told the brothers, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that you're going to control. Man, you're not going to control my body. You're not going to do it. Not on your best day. And they already seen me somewhat, I wouldn't necessarily say a problem, but they knew I was confrontational. Now, we can talk scripture all day long, but you ain't gonna sit up and think, or you can't do this here, you can't do that there. They had the audacity to tell some brothers they wasn't ready for marriage. I said, but the moment he go get him a woman, and he sleep with that woman without being married to her, y'all ready to divorce him. I mean, disfellowship him. That's what they'll do. And especially the kids. And now that's the most dangerous thing. And I always told these brothers, I said, look here, why do you all push baptism on these kids at a young age, 8, 9 years old? And I'm like, brothers, how was you when you was 15, 16 years old? Oh man, I was always chasing the girls and so on. So, but the moment those kids turn 16, 17 years old and they get involved, they get disfellowshipped at 15, 16, 10. And so when they get disfellowship, and I know you talking, Sister Patricia, she gonna know. You're not allowed to talk to those kids. You're not allowed to associate with them. Think about the social construct that is the damage that's been done to these kids. And that's what happened. And it was, brother, y'all may think I'm joking. If you want to talk about some kids that was damaged, I know a lot of them. And it was majority of them were black. The whites, they was out there doing it. They were doing, call it secret. I mean, some of them, it wasn't secret. It took a lot for them to get this fellowship. All it took was a good stiff, a breeze of wind for a black child to get this fellowship. That's what it took. It wasn't easy at all. It was not easy. It was very easy, rather. I'm sorry. But this is the false doctrine that we all had, no matter no matter what religion we came from, because we was not knowing that we was Israel. And once we realized we was Israel, we came in with a vengeance. And it's that mature crowd that's moving it. Yeah, you know what, sister? They Sister Patricia, what they did, they offered me, they said, well, brother, we can let the congregation know that you're no longer a Jehovah's Witness. I said, I don't need you to speak for me. I knew what they was getting at. I knew what they was getting at. Because see, they want to make like I got this fellowship. I said, I never once left the Most High. But they want to portray an individual or he was unrepentant. I knew their game. I've been around it all my life. And so when I told them that, they couldn't get on that stage and say that. If they got on the stage, they get sued. And I would have sued. Period. Yeah, I would have sued. Don't put me to the test. And at that time, my money was looking kind of funny too. Please. We all be on Dayline. If I got to show some fake tears or whatever, oh, I was mentally disturbed. I was mentally, man, please. Because what they did, and I seen the kids come in, getting on the stage, talking about what they want to be. I want to be an elder. I want to be a regular pioneer. They get to become a teenager. Their body start going through changes. Some of them feed into it. And the rest, they try to hold back. But then, they, like I told these brothers, I said, y'all act like y'all was not teenagers. Y'all act like these kids don't have feelings. Y'all act like as if their battle is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be worse, matter of fact. The world is a satanic system, and it's built upon everything got to be sex. I said, when you in the bed sleep, the parents, these kids are up still watching so-called family shows. And the family shows always going to have, how can I put it? The alphabet. The alphabet is going to be in there somewhere. They're going to push that out there. They're going to do it. This is what these kids nowadays have. This is the reason why we have this mature group of people who's being real about everything. But hey, the world ain't trying to hear that. The world's not trying to hear it. This is that dumb stuff that we experienced. We did that. I mean, I ain't gonna say we did it. We went through it. And now at this time, we got to shake ourselves away from this. And not only with the false doctrine, but we got this the supposedly scamming. Because I mean, I don't know nothing about what's that boy's name? What's his name? Mark Meek Africa. I'm just hearing bits and pieces of it, and things. So I mean, truthfully, I can't comment on that, brother. I mean, only thing I'm just hearing, all right, this is what, a particular sister experienced with this brother, and some money came up missing, Sister Zenobia, yeah, I see your chat. I see you in the chat. Yeah. I mean, wait a minute. Hold on. I see you in the chat, Sister Zenobia. Can y'all see my chat? I do, and Sister Patricia said no. I don't know. Some of everything be going on with this technology nowadays, and it's going to get to a point where, hey, it may shut it out. I mean, it remains to be seen. But we're moving forward, brothers, these are the last days. Yeah, we have the two witnesses that's prophesied to come. We have a greater exodus, but then at the same time, you have brothers say ain't no such thing as a exodus. Mm, brothers, mm. In this time of the end, this is just my encouragement, brothers and sisters. There's no such thing as a second exodus in the Bible. But the understanding is throughout the Bible, from what the so-called Old Testament to the New Testament. There's a gathering of his people coming out of lands that is not theirs. Call it the Exodus. Same thing. Let's let it be our resolve to keep unnecessary nonsense to a minimum, because we're about to go through some things. And the last thing when you're going through something, that's the last thing you need, some unnecessary nonsense coming to you when you got something you got going on. And this is what we're about to go into. Yeah, you got brothers saying, oh, this got to happen here. This got to happen here. Oh, it's going to be some years. There's no one on this planet Earth, brothers and sisters, that can speak for the Most High as to when what is going to happen. But the Most High, hey, he's not that insensitive to not let you know what, hey, when you see this here, whatever's loosed in the heavens is going to be loose on earth. That's one scripture that we need to keep in mind, brothers. Because now we already know that the Most High said he's going to kick Satan out of heaven, right? What do you think need to be loosed on earth, brothers? What do you think will need to be loosed on this earth? It's already something unclean, bad association, bad company was in heaven. The Most High kicks it out. Should not the same thing happen with Africa? Should not the same thing happen with Africa? Yah's land, put it that way. Should it not be cleansed? He said he's going to put us back in our own land. Yeah, that's real talk. Yeah. I mean, is it the beginning? I don't know. I mean, with these white Africans coming to the United States and it's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly now. See, there's some very dumb decisions being made, and they're hurting the residents, because no matter how you look at it, whether you come from South Africa as a white person, or you come from the remotest Caucasus mountain, you still a stranger when it comes to a white American and his money. Am I wrong? Shalom's is the royal priesthood. I'm glad you was able to make it. It's been a moment, sis. How you been holding up? That's the thing. That is the thing. This being loosed in the heavens, brother. Let's take this, brothers. Let's take this and we look at this, because there's a cleansing that's going to happen. Now, how we would know, I mean, that remains to be seen. But trust and believe. The Most High Spirit is going to be put upon us for us to understand, hey, there's a cleansing you all need to do. It's already been done in heaven. Now it's time for you to do it on earth. You got my back and you have my angels. But we don't want to look at ourselves of our forefathers. I'm saying this for this reason. We don't want to see ourselves living the life of our forefathers, going through different towns and things of that nature, getting your land back that was stolen. It's already happening. These leaders are kicking out the West. They're freezing now. Their money is looking funny because that faucet of gold running, the faucet been taken off the building. That's what's happening. Shoot, brother Robert. Let me tell you, brother. I'm gonna say it this way. I'm gonna have to make a U-turn, but then I'm gonna have to turn back around and keep on going. I'm gonna say this. I haven't heard from that brother from him since the October 7th. Nothing. And so when a brother can get down that way, I remove myself thoroughly from the picture. But that's what brother, hey, Yoshi said it was going to happen. He said brothers are going to betray brothers. And they're doing it. They are doing it. They did it. You know, they did it. And they went in. Mike Roebuck called me. He said, Mike he just got voted onto the board of QTUA. And he was the one who called me. Oh, no. Truthfully, no, I called Mike because I was calling Walter Reeves. Walter Reeves. He sits on the board, but they didn't pick up the phone. Matter of fact, I got a message from WhatsApp that I've been removed from the chat. And I'm like, okay. You know, so once I got that, I'm like, okay, what these people up on? And so I called Mike because I've been knowing Mike longer than any one of them. Me and Mike, we were both thrown up under the bus with this other organization. And we said, no. And we were like, no, we're not going to do that. And so we've been friends ever since then. So Mike calls me. Mike said, I said, Mike, what was going on? They were sending me a message. I've been removed from the chat. He like, oh yeah. He said, Mike, they didn't call you? I said, about what? And he said that, man, Mike, they talked about you like a dog, how they was going to destroy you financially and all this stuff. And I said, who? And he was talking about QTUA. Mike, not mind you now, he sits on the board. He came right in where they was saying whatever they were saying. And so I mean, well, when I was talking about, you know, when I had the what you call it, they built that channel, they built the channel, what was the name of that thing? What was the name of that channel? Dadgummit. It was I forgot the name of the channel. But anyway, I was on it, and I would show up on this channel, you know, but I was always talking about the Most High. So Carrie said, hey, you can't be talking about the Most High. We we're a 501(c)(3). I'm like, what? You know, and I'm like, bro, you right here telling people you Yah's people. This is the whole purpose of the movement of who we are. So yeah, I mean, I had a reservation. I'm like, man, I'm bumping. I'm gonna keep talking. Period. And so I don't know if it was that because I told him I said, no, this 501(c)(3). I mean, if they got to monitor your speech in order for you to get something from them, you don't need it. It's just that simple. You don't need it. You do not give up your birthright to sit at their table. And that's all it go boil down to being. You giving up a birthright to sit at their table to get something that they ain't only, if they go give it to you, trust and believe, there going to be some stipulations to it. And that's a stipulation to it. So evidently they must have sat down and thought about it and got their little bitty heads together and said, hey, we're going to remove him and let's go ahead and so on. And they sent that letter out to some of everybody that I resigned. And so I didn't resign. And I called them out. Yeah, QTUA. And I called them out, but they didn't want to meet with me. But they got some lies out there though. I mean, what? Shoot, they went out there. There was some low down, dirty things that was done. That's what it was. They told me I was going out there that you know I was going to get me immigrated. Yeah. Get my immigration thing and all that stuff. So it came out to some 3,000. They go tell me I went over there living half the hog. I'm like, dude, are y'all joking? I had a invoice that I had to invoice them. And I'm like, dude, are you joking me? They owe me like almost $5,000. And so, but they stopped paying it. Carol was still getting paid. Now, when you're talking about a board, it was 3 executives. It was Earl Gray, myself, Karis. That's who it was. And so, truthfully, brothers, I was the one who was saying, well, before I got to that point, I used to warn Earl a lot. Quit using the Most High's name, and you doing something totally opposite. I seen it from afar. Period. That's one thing I was very adamant about it. And so eventually, he gave birth to his desires or whatever the situation may be. And I mean, I was like, bro, it was like you needed to go. And so they had a meeting. We had a meeting with him, brother, with Oral and the board and Yacoba and his brother. That's what we did. Spiritual advisors. So I was saying, you know what? Look, let's bring these brothers in so that it don't look like I got something against it. Because if I'm wrong, hey, Yacoba don't know nothing about me. Tayo don't know nothing about me. And they came in and they reasoned. That's what they did. And y'all's my witness. They reasoned with all of us. And they said, Tayo said, oh, you know, Karis is the quarterback. And then so and so, you gonna have to follow the lead of the quarter. He was willing to do this and everything. And so it would appear that everything was squashed. That's what it appeared. Because mind you, brothers, all 3 of us was in Tanzania at this particular time. Because I was complaining, I was like, hold on, brother. Oral was in school for learning how to drive, control construction equipment, heavy construction equipment. That's what he was in for. So I'm getting ready to come back to the United States. And so Oral like, no. We need to come there. We got a meeting and so this and so that. And I was like, now I'm already doing the numbers. I'm saying in my head, wait a minute, you ain't got that much money. I'm like, what? All 3 of us here? I was like, hold on. Now, mind you, two of the executives, they getting paid. I didn't get paid. I mean, my business was doing good. My business was doing excellent. So I mean, I opted out and I said I'm gonna get mine on the back end. That's what I did. I was like, it was like a $50,000. Man, please. What was one person gonna do with 50? Man, you could go through $50,000 in a matter of months. But they divided that money up, and that's how they got their monthly or their weekly pay. Oral and Caris. That's how they got it. And so um they came to Africa, and I was like, hold on, brothers. Y'all stay there. You don't need to come. But Oral was very adamant that they come. And I'm saying to myself, no, man, you don't need to come. It's already enough money being spent. We need to go back and regroup. So, but he was very adamant. I was like, man, no, I'm going to get up out here. I'm not going to sit up and go with this nonsense. Then he managed to talk Caris into going, because Caris was saying the same thing. Hey, let's hold tight. But it seems like the Oral was trying to get to Africa for a graduation gift. And he came there. And it was pure distressful. That's what it was. We meeting with politicians and everything, all this stuff and things of that nature. And there was a little battle between Caris and Oral. And I'm saying the Oral, and then I'm brothers, I know my position. And I'm like, Oral, hold tight. Let Caris go ahead and do what he go do. We both sat right there and said, no, you CEO. I kid you not. We both said that to him. That's what we did. And so we was very adamant that Caris, be CEO. But when it was all over said and done, Oral, he wanted to share the light with Caris. He wanted the same amount of money that came with being the CEO. He thought that being the what do they call it? The people that come up with the organization. He thought that he should be getting more money, but then it didn't work out that way. So he kept on nudging and nudging and nudging to Caris is saying, yeah, okay, we could share it. And so they went through the boards trying to equal out the same amount of money that Caris was getting so that he can get it. I was like, no, pimp, we ain't gonna do that. You need to stay in your place. This is not about money. Although you getting like $5,000 a month and you only working 3 hours out of a day and you complaining? Man, please. But it got worse. And I said, no, we're not going to do that. Caris gonna be CEO. You gonna do what you want to do and be done with it. So, right with that, we was always at odds because it was about power, position, money. It was. That's what it was. And so it got to a point where, we had to meet with him. And I'm glad that Sister Betty Ben, because she was on the board too, she was there and she witnessed herself how, and he got out of pocket. He did. But I'm going to tell you what they did, though. They had a meeting with Oral. Yeah, that's what they did. They had a board meeting and everything. And that's how he got removed. All the members of that board voted that he should be removed off of the board of Q2 as an executive. They didn't do that with me. They didn't meet with me. They did not meet with me. That's one thing they didn't do. from my understanding and what was told to me, it got to Yacoba, and Yacoba said he didn't want to have anything to do with it. Or what Mike and QT is going on. All right, cool, it's fine. So I mean, hey, you know, but this is what's happening. I mean, brother, if you want to talk about scriptures being fulfilled, all right, boom. It's hey, I experienced it. I experienced it. Yeah. Um, I mean, but hey, um, is there? Brother, truthfully, I don't know. All I know about that is, I ain't gonna say it's a kickback, but I will say this: there's a lot of them in that clique that's writing books. Now, ask yourself, why are they writing books? Let me write a book. Let me write a book. But I know the method. And brothers, this is and I'm not mad at nobody's hustle. If you feel that you need to write a book and sell the book and things of that nature, so be it. So be it. But be real with what you do. Have the Most High make sure whatever you do that the Most High bless your hands, and that you are living a life that the Most High say, you know what, he's doing my will and things of this nature. He's not doing this. The Most High he's going to bless your hands. But when you find there's an opportunity for you to write a book, you selling the book for $20. This is just hypothetical, so this is an example. You selling the book for $20, but you got 50,000 members or followers. Multiply that, brothers. 20 times 50,000. That's $1 million. You better get at me. That's $1 million. Yeah, it's a reason why they don't want to talk to me. It's a very good reason. They went and talked to some brother, and he said, well, we don't see nothing wrong with QT did, but I wasn't there. See now, the Most High do, and people say God don't like ugly. Yeah, you better believe he don't. He does not. He does not. And see, they look at it, well, it's going on a year, so be it. Oh, it'll die down. That's a Gentile way of thinking. We're supposed to be Hebrew, Israel. We're supposed to be looking at these laws and looking at our brothers and sisters in a totally different way. Some of us choose not to do it. Some of us look at it and I mean, hey, granted, brothers, granted, because I don't leave nothing to the imagination. I went over there with Rooted in Hebrew. So these brothers gave me a total of 12,000 investors, $12,000 to get that started. But at the same time, I'm still working for QTWA. So now there was an office that was there. So what I had to do, they was talking about opening up the office. So I'm riding around looking for furniture and everything, trying to get this here. I took some equipment over there, switches, routers, printers and everything to get this office open. That's what I did. And so these brothers, they gave this money. So I'm using some of that money that these investors gave me to pay the bills, pay the bills for QTWA. So, but what had happened, there was something about Brila. And so we got that straightened out. But all this stuff money started adding up. I was like, look here, brother, I'm gonna need this money back. So they started paying me back in increments. And I'm like, well, hold on now. They did not ask me to go put me on layaway, but they did. But Karis kept getting paid and complaining at the same time. This is what happens. Yeah, no, they do not want to talk to me. They shouldn't. No, they do not want to talk to me. Because when they put that stuff out that I was living high, $12,000, brothers, $12,000. What do you think you can do with $12,000? I don't care if you are in Africa. It still costs to live there. And they will have the audacity to sit up and tell their volunteer, "Oh, he was over there living high up the hall." Brothers, I was living in a home. We had windows, but it was a screen. That was it. No glass. I was satisfied. I was satisfied. But hey, they did what they did. And brothers, I truthfully, I think this is just me. Because there was one instance that they was talking about on Covenant Awakenings. Karis was talking, there was about this demonic show, and they told me you can learn something from it. I'm like, nigga, man, please, you can't learn nothing from a demon. Don't even tell these brothers and sisters about the show. It was him and Sister Chantel. They was talking about it because both of them knew about the show. I didn't. But then I came, I said, no, you don't encourage your brothers to watch something wicked. Once you get demons in, it's difficult to get them out. You don't do that. You don't encourage your brothers to watch, tell them, hey, let this demon come in. How do I sit up into Sister Royal Priesthood? You ought to check this demon out. He's a trip. That's like me telling y'all to go watch Sinners. And they told you, they said that they called in a consultant of voodoo. Wait a minute, bro. The book is $64? Well, dag nabbit, I'm in the wrong business. 64. Whole book is $64. Now, Karis wrote a book, Yakoba, his brother, Sister Shonda, and I think Sister Shaw wrote a book. I'm not for sure. No, and brothers, if anybody said, "Oh, you got to check this out. There's some stuff in it, so and so." No. No. His book cost $64. Ooh-wee. I'm going to lay one down on you now. How much do a Bible cost? Come on now. The book that has everlasting life written in it. It has the book club. Okay, brother, yeah, same. Hey, teach his own. I'm not built that way. I'm not built that way. If I'm gonna call on the Most High's name, trust and believe, it's gonna be real. And I'm not the one to sit up here and want to play with that name. I'm not. If I sit up and say, "Hey, don't just be yelling, this here," no, I mean it. And I was very adamant about it. I know he's real. And I know he don't play with his name. That's one thing I do know. Now, how they going to move about with that nonsense, brothers and sisters, I do not know. I haven't spoken to not one of Mike Roebuck. He resigned from them. He said he couldn't do it. He just never thought in a million years that QTA was going to get down that way. And what the QTA they always said, hey, the two sticks coming together. And you did something totally opposite. That's what the QTA did. And at the same time, you yelling the Most High's name, and you went out here and connivingly did something opposite of what you claim in this mission, and you claiming that this is the Most High's organization. When you saying something is the Most High, he's going to come down and he's going to examine it, brothers. You're not going to tag his name to something that is not holy. That's what you're not going to do. No, I don't think, truthfully, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. I do not. I mean, I'm move on by my business. They did what they did. They felt they wanted to get that $12,000 back, and then at the same time, there's still an invoice out there that they owe that they haven't paid, and they're gonna say, I owe them $12,700. That's what they claiming I owe, but at the same time, they owe me $300,000, and that's just from QTWA. We ain't even talking about Region 6. So now I put in money. That's what I did. I felt good about every last one of those black brothers and sisters. And I'm gonna say black because you ain't never seen an organization come together and you had all of those educated volunteers who all felt the same way. And I mean, brother, no, it was a feeling. It was a feeling. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. It was a feeling. Because to see all of us working together, what are you talking about? Sis, you can't tell me anything. It was, That's what we had. If you think of Joe, ask Brother Dave. He was there. Sister Van P, she was there. This is what we did. This is how we came. And you see how fast it came blowing up? Guys, it got dismantled. Now, how they doing right down to this day? I do not know. I do not even concern myself with them. One thing I learned from them, you can't get me to be part of another organization. It's too many moving parts. Too many moving parts. And then people started, when they get their little gossip together, what do black people do first? They get the drama first. We get drama. And then at the same time, turn back around, you'll curse your brother and then try to sit right there and bless the Most High. Praise him. Brother Dave was there. There you go. And too many black hearts. And that's what it was. Yeah, they'll call you, he's disgruntled. Call it what you want. But brothers, the saying was, when the last time I met with them, I said, look here. And I said this to them. And I think this is where they got upset at me, which I didn't too much care because as long as you don't touch me, we're in good hand with Allstate. I told them, y'all need to dismantle this board. I called a meeting and I said, this board needs to be dismantled. Ain't nothing getting done. It's always, we need to have a movement over here to raise money for this here. What? That's all it was. And then evidently I must have been the guinea pig because they wanted to say, hey, let's get a vocational school started. Because brothers and you all showed up. Yes, you did. You brothers and sisters showed up. Boom. From my understanding, $10,000 was raised for this vocational school, but it's the method of how it was broken up. I was like, wait a minute, y'all gonna break it up three ways? I'm like, what? 3 ways of y'all women? A portion was going to me in Africa to set this thing up, right? Another portion was going to a Nature's Legacy Garden And then the other portion was going to QTUA. I'm like, well, brother, how y'all saying we helping someone and you taking money from the people that you claim you trying to help? That's the thing I was looking at. But they must have figured out something. Hey, we can just leave Mike there. And when I say they just leave him there, they did. They sent me a ticket that was already old. If you think I'm joking, I wish I had Sister Waters on here. She was the one who was looking at the ticket, and she called the company up, the airlines, and they went through all of it. Said, wait a minute, this ticket is 6 months old. It's gonna cost you another $600 to get another ticket on top of that ticket. If y'all want to talk about some niggerish things, and that's what they did. That's what they did. But then at that particular time, brothers, I was getting hit all over. My tools was gone. Walter was telling me, "Oh, when me and my wife get there, I'm gonna bring it." I said, "Sell some of my tools," because they was not paying their bills. They did not pay that invoice I had for them. So I said, "Walter, can you sell some of my tools?" He said, "Okay." Walter sold all of my tools, and then I ain't sent a dime right down to this very day. And then the sad thing about it is this: my son had two Xboxes and some other game console. They had my bank information in his games where he can order games and everything. And all of a sudden, I started seeing some charges come out of my account. This was about a month ago, about 2 months ago. And I'm like, this nigga here sold my son's games or got one of his kids playing and ordering games off of my credit card. Y'all is my willing. Y'all is my witness. And I said, no. And I went to the bank. They had to return like $200 back to my account because they was going in left and right ordering games. Tools, four-wheelers, DJ equipment, all of that. They took it. They stole it rather. But these are the people I trusted. These are the people. I'm not built that way. I'm not built that way. I'm not going to leave a brother who's working with me in a country busted. I know for a fact I would. You ain't gonna tell me anything different. I know I'm gonna be dealt with by the Most High. I know I will be. I know that. That brother used to get on his channel and cry, telling me he this and he that. He was discouraged. I said, "Hold on, brother. No, you can't be doing. You move this way, move that way." The last time I heard from that brother, he used to call so much Tahidia knew what time he was going to call before he went on to his show. But whatever plot him and the rest of his brothers and sisters did, hey, so be it. So be it. I just know for myself, if I did something like that to a brother or a sister, I know for a fact I'm in trouble. And I better rectify before the Most High's hand hit me. That's just my walk through life. No, brother, you can't. However they moving and whatever they trying to do, brothers and sisters, I just do not see anything good that's going to come about it. That's just my take on it. I do not. I don't see anything good that's going to come about from their action. That's just my take on it. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in this world to contend with, truthfully. And the sad thing about it that you got to contend with your own brothers and sisters, making sure that if you in any type of business venture with your brothers and sisters, it's like you have to sleep with one eye open. And you know, that eye that's open, you're looking at your brother, making sure he's not getting flaky and shaky. That's what that's about. I tell you, um, I ain't heard nothing from him. I like the only person I heard now, like I said, it's going to be Arthur, Sister Betty Bent, Sister Judy. Um, that's pretty much it. And I talked with Mike Roebuck, and that's it. But they put all that propaganda out there. They sent the letter out like it was official. It was an official lie. That's what it was. It was an official lie. And then at the same time, when I was there, now I will say this though, Big Red, Brother Red, um, he was volunteering, sending $700 a month because they wasn't paying their bill. Well, he said, no, I got you. I'm gonna send it. He over there doing so and so on. Well, whatever they said to him, he flipped. And so all of that money that he said he was sending me, he said he wanted it back. I kid you not. I kid you not. And they talking like $700 is a whole lot of money. Brothers, I can go do a site and make $700 in 2 hours. But I was in Africa doing what I'm supposed to do for Q2A. Then they go tell me to shut the office down. When all of that moved around, talking about we're gonna set the office up and everything, then all of a sudden they go shut it down. So I went to the office and I took out the brand new AC unit. I took down the lights. If I could have, I would have took the paint that we put on the walls. I would have took that down too. But then over there, you got to pay to move out. I was like, what? So I paid money to move out of the office. I took the door locks off. I took the door locks off the place. And then come to find out that they QTUA was paying the lawyer's rent too, because he shimmied them out of some money and said, "Hey, your rent is so and so, so and so." We was paying his rent unknowingly. I tell you, no, yeah, they do not want to talk. That's one thing they do not want to do. They cannot reason. Because eventually, I mean, I got friends, they putting things together legally. And they just want to make sure the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Because you don't do low down dirty things like that and think you're supposed to just walk about like you got a fresh pair of Stacey Adams on. Man, please, you can let that nonsense ride. But this is what they did. But this is what we got to go through. If you're going to be real, you Israel. If you're going to be real, trust and believe, you're going to move about with a realness to the Most High. You go try your best to stay, be peaceful with your brothers and sisters and make sure you're doing things right. That's one thing you go make sure that you're doing. But I seriously believe I had to be disciplined by the Most High myself. I did. Because I trusted those brothers. I did. And I got dealt with. I took my discipline, man. Please, well, all right. Not saying I don't trust. Well, let me take that lie back. There's a measure of trust I'm going to try my best to have for brothers and sisters. But they taught me something. Pray to the Most High when you brothers and sisters, before you get into any type of ventures. You pray to the Most High. Ask Him, brothers and sisters, if you got to cast lots and see, is it okay for you to do this or do that? Our forefathers did it. Joshua did it. They cast lots when Achan disobeyed the Most High. Achan took some of the things that were devoted to destruction, gold and everything, and some material. Brothers, Joshua cast lots. When they got through casting lots through the 12 tribes, they came up. Judah, you don't casting lots within there in the tribe of Judah. And they came to what was it named? The tribe that he was out of. There was another tribe that he was in. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, so they bordered down to the tribe that was in Judah. Then they started casting lots, kind of find it was Achan. They cast lots, and the Most High was moving it. That's what our forefathers did. Brothers and sisters, you need to cast lots. Cast lots. Ask the Most High. Cast lots. He will give you an answer. He will let you know whether you need to deal with this brother or sister or not. If they flaky, shaky, trust me, or not, you gonna know. You gonna know. It's going to help you out with a great deal of unnecessary stress. That's what it's going to do. It's going to do that. I had over $30,000 worth of equipment. Over 30,000. In a matter of whatever time it took, it was gone. It was gone. But you know, brothers, truthfully, and y'all's my witness when I say this. He always had a spirit on me that I needed to leave QTUA. That's truth be told. And I was like, I will brush it off. I did. I brushed it off like, what? These brothers and sisters, they doing their thing. And I mean, brothers, I never seen nothing of the kind. To see all of us working together and to seeing the volunteers. So it was I'm thinking, and I brushed it off. And evidently, the Most High must have got mad at me. And you know what? You brushing it off. I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna move quick. And brothers, that day that I was speaking with the board, and I called for this man. I said, look, y'all need to. This board needs to be broken up. That's what I said. And from there, I don't know, they started plotting from that day going forward. Because the next time we came, they act a plumb fool. I said, man, do y'all hear yourselves? They wanted me to take a bus ride to Kenya. It was going to be a total of 30 hour bus ride. A 30-hour bus ride. Now, I know you brother don't know enough about the bus ride here, but ain't no bathroom in those buses in Africa. When they pull over to woods. That's what they do. Now they'll pull over someplace, other place than you may. That's like eateries and things of that nature, and then you want to use the restroom. But when you got that long trip, and the closest thing they can say, they'll pull over to some woods. You go in the woods and do your thing. Me and snakes don't get along. So myself, I'm like, man, I'm gonna hold it. And that's what I did. But the brothers and sisters, no, they're going in the woods, going there and do their thing, come right back on the bus, sit down like ain't nothing happened. So I'm like, brothers, why in the world do I take a 30-hour trip just to go out of the country and come back in? And then go have the audacity top they made their decision. I like, nigga, who do you think you're talking to? And then they gonna talk about we could talk about this tomorrow. There was no talking about that the next day. I haven't heard anything from them since then. They Q2A has some questions about T3andMe too, and things, and whatever is going on with it, brothers and sisters, it seems that it's about to hit the fan. That's what it seems. And especially if the Most High's name is in it, he's going to clean it. There's a cleansing that's happening with us, brothers and sisters. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not misunderstand this. There is a cleansing that is going on with us. People are going to say this and say that, and someone going to say something. Brother, there's some personal stuff that I know about each and every last one of them, but I refuse to tell anybody about it because it ain't none of nobody's business. And that's how you keep up contention, and that's how you end up standing before the judgment seat of the Most High. But they didn't use that with me. They went out there. You would think I was a movie star on General Hospital. They had to put me out there in order to keep the volunteers. Oh, we got to make him look like a villain. That's what they did. They had to do it. A little strategy. It's the money. It was a strategy. Did it work? That remains to be seen. But I keep it moving. You sit right here and talk about the Most High, and you quoting scriptures, then you get down like this here. Brothers, please, that nonsense. I mean, you need to let that ride into the sunset. Anytime you claiming to be a person or individual of Yah, you can be a flaky Israelite. You go get dealt with. Keep on yelling the Most High's name and see that he does not come down and investigate. That's what he's going to do. And he's doing it. If the Most High want to get to it, and if he got to keep on going, this stuff with these T3andMe in association with Teo Ministry, that stuff been going on for what, 2 or 3 years now? Strong? Well, no, it's stronger now. Put it that way. They had bits and pieces of a couple of years ago. They jump in, boom, they jump back out. All right, boom. Now they come back up. Here goes something else. But now it's a whole lot stronger now. Why? Why is it getting stronger now? Why is it getting stronger? Now, when this little doctrine, a flea doctrine, yeah, I'm on the same road. Listen, just follow me for a moment. This flea doctrine. So now Jacob gets on there and he talks about fleeing. Y'all people don't say you will be destroyed and so on, so on. That's not the case. So now he took a jab at Sister E. He didn't call her out directly. He took a stab at good luck with that Goshen project. But when Pastor Kelly came out with that video about him, I didn't appreciate the video about the brother. Because we trust and believe, brothers and sisters, you're going to have a bad day, and you just may get caught on camera because they caught him on a recording. I mean, well, it is what it is. And he was cursing up a storm. And I'm talking about Yehovah, cursing up a storm. That's what he's doing. But I got rid of the video. And I said, well, I was saying, I was reasoning. I said, well, brother Kelly, he could have addressed that in a different way. That's how I was looking at it. Only for this flea doctrine, the drama, to come out and say, hey, y'all can stay in the Most High tells you to flee, he means flee. Okay, But at the same time, he says he's going to give out a call to his angels to gather his chosen people and put them back in their land. I don't know why we just can't keep reading the scriptures. Keep going down, keep going down. We see this. It's throughout the Bible. For those individuals who cannot afford to leave, who don't have the means to leave or to flee, put it that way. The Most High knows. But to condemn your brother, leave condemning in the Most High's hand. Let him judge. If we do that, we're going to be batting 100. That's what we need to be doing. Yeah, they suing. Those women are suing. And truthfully, if you're saying you follow in law, brothers and sisters, you may think I'm joking. The scripture said we should not be taking one another to court. That's what it says. And no, let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying that this sister should not be taking them to court because we're in captivity. See, the captivity does not recognize true law, Israelite law. It does not recognize it. So yeah, because if we was following the law, when it comes to T3 and me or whoever, we know for a fact, hey, you did wrong by this sister here. You're supposed to sit down and talk. Those brothers tried to put together a body of elders. It's like the devil came in and shot that down. He threw a grenade in it. Boom, bam, everybody was scattered. That's what it was. Brothers and sisters, like I said earlier, either we're gonna be an example of one or the other. Make sure your example is the one that's on the right side of the aisle. Because it can get sketchy when you're on that bad side of the Most High. But there's still repentance. There's repentance that's out there. Brothers, the reason why I stopped talking about my plans on what I was going to do in Africa, I shut up. The Most High kept telling me, you talk too much. Shut your mouth. So individuals start telling me, Mike, man, you need to shut up. You just telling everybody what you're going to do. He said, the plan is good, but you're telling the devil, and everything that you think you will put in place, he will have a stumbling block for it. So I started shutting up. That's what I did. That's what I did. We're Israelites. And I'm telling you, some of us are living this. Sister Royal Priesthood, listen to me. You may think I'm joking. I kicked this woman out of my house. She wasn't paying rent. So I had my cousin to go out there and put some new locks on the door. That was about a month ago. So I said to my cousin, I said, man, look, I need for you to drop a set of keys off my mother's house because she's going to be taking some stuff down to my house. That's been a month ago. I just spoke to my cousin today. I'm like, man, why is it a difficult thing for you to drop the keys off my mother's house? Man, look at, I'm a lot of stress and so on. And then he started cursing up a storm. I'm like, dude, who do you think you're supposed to be scaring with all the MFs and everything? Who do you think you're supposed to be scaring? Have you took ill? I tell you what, you pay me $50, I'll go down there and deliver it on myself. I'm like, nigga, brothers and sisters, happening. It's happening across the board. Whether it's family members or it's going to be brothers, we're going to fulfill scriptures. Just make sure our fulfillment is within line of the Most High, something that He can look at and say, look at my servant here, holding true to my laws and things of that nature. Make sure that's our example individually, because some of the way some of us is getting down, brothers, that don't look good, because from my understanding, the sister that got scammed out of the 20-some thousand dollars, brothers and sisters, we don't know how far they set that sister back. We don't know that. And then you talking about legal? She's not gonna get $20,000 back. I could tell you that now, because the lawyer, he gonna get paid. She's not gonna get the 20. She may get something, but she ain't gonna get that 20. See, this is the unnecessary nonsense that you got to go through in man's law. The Most High didn't play that. You got your money and some. That's what the Most High did. You should have been stole money or anything from your brothers. You had to pay more back, because they was not gonna come up on the losing side. You stole from them. This is the law that we supposed to be living up under. So now, and I say this to everybody, are y'all ready to really individually live up under these laws? Because I'm saying some, I'm not gonna sit there and say all of us are just acting a fool or whatever. No, I'm not gonna say that. Their action shows that they are not ready to live up under those laws. Because if they are up under those laws, trust and believe, you're not going to be hemming your brothers and sisters up. Because when they call out to the Most High, He answers. And if you know for a fact you've been flaky, you're going to get dealt with. Well, you know what, Brother Earl, on that, I didn't understand it either. I didn't, when he was talking, telling people to flee and things. To those individuals that can do that, I'm quite sure they know exactly what to do, scripturally speaking. Everything that we do, brothers and sisters, when it comes to us, this awakening, we're going to be scrutinized. There's a lot of eyes on us. There is. One of them is going to be mockery, and that mockery some of that mockery is going to come from your own brothers. And I'm talking about awakened brothers and sisters. But we must stand firm. We must be real. We must be real with the Most High. We got to maintain. If we're going to be brothers. We are already the example to the world. Shalom, Sister Van P. We are already the example. Now, what your example is to the Most High, I do not know. That's something we will have to search out individually. That's one thing we will have to search out individually. If you said, man, you stole some money over here, you know what you've done. You know what's going on. And I'm not speaking about T3 and me, because I don't know. The sister said this is what they did. Hey, Shalom, Sister Hazel. You know what, sister? When it's all over said and done, Sister Hazel, you're right. You know what? No. You know what, Sister Hazel? No. You know what? I got to take that back a little bit. I got to take it back. Brothers, they want someone they can absolutely trust emphatically. That's what they want. They want that brother or sister on that continent where they can say, hey, we so and so. All right, I'm sending the money now. They can trust that, hey, this money's been used in this way for my benefit. That's what they want, sister. A lot of them they do not have that time to go there. Want to go there. They want to get it prepared. That's what they want. They want to get it a place prepared for them when they get to that point where they're going to come. That's what they want. And I'm not knocking that, sis. It's easy to say you need to go there yourself and so and so. Now it's easy to say that now. It's a difficult thing to do. They're looking for somebody who can do that for them. They're looking for somebody that they can trust to do just that. That's what our brothers and sisters are looking at. And unfortunately, you're right. I mean, Sister Hazel, that right there can get flaky. It can. And it has been seen. That's what some of the cases has been. But I'm noticing there, brothers, brothers, I'm going to say this, and this is an absolute warning. Don't let that frustration get to you so much. I mean, if you got scammed out of some money, don't let it, don't do it, because that rider that the Most High is granted to take peace away from the earth, he's about to let loose. He's about to let loose. Don't get caught up in that, because once he let loose of taking peace away, and if your peace is gone, brothers, I mean, if you got a measure of peace, it's not that full strength peace, we just might find ourselves getting hemmed up. That is a warning. The Most High has told us it's been granted to that rider to take peace away, and we seeing that peace is bent. Brothers, you seeing all these brothers coming up with these different groups, like these black groups of men. There's a measure of frustration, I mean, that we entertain off the top. There's a great deal of frustration that the world is saying, hey, you got these farmers coming in from South Africa, taking over land in the United States. Oh, brothers, look at the peace that's been eventually. That peace is going to hit the fan. Then it's going to be every man for himself, blow for blow. Blow for the blow. It's going to happen. It's already in place. You will have people fighting over land. There's people that's coming in, taking land. People that was born here, losing land. And they seeing the setup. This ain't right. Hey, but man never listen to his own law, because he feels he's above his own law. And so when he's above his own law, he's just worried about that bottom dollar. And, you may be a Gentile, but hey, I got to get mine. My pockets got to stay fat. I got to get into your pocket to get my pocket. They're going to do that. They have a history of doing that. That's what they got. They have a history of doing just that. This peace, brothers and sisters, across the board. And don't get me wrong, brothers, we do have a great deal of frustration that we got to contend with. Not only with some brothers and sisters, but you're talking about the world. But we still we must maintain our peace. We must. Do not let that rider come and take your peace away, that you find yourself in the street throwing blows. Some things, brothers, you will have to leave in the Most High's hands. If you're talking about recouping your money, that's the one. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, brothers, that we get up out of here. We're in the wilderness. What makes you think that the Most High is not going to deal with that? Of course, now what? Now you're up under his laws, the laws he had out there for our forefathers. Now you're standing before some true elders who's going to make decisions based upon Yah's laws. It's real then. Make those laws real right now. Don't wait to go into the wilderness. Oh, we going back to the law. Brothers, when you woke up, you woke up to laws. Now, examining those laws, that's what you must do. All right, did I do wrong by this sister when it came to this here? Would you want it done to you? That's it. And you're right, sister priesthood, royal priesthood. He's always in the midst of, and as long as you know that the Most High is in the middle of other brothers and sisters, that right there should keep you spiritually sane. If you don't feel that he's there and you think you can do, the Most High said this in the book of Revelations, that wicked slave who thought the Most High who thought that he was moving slow, that the end was, he was taking his time when it came to, and he started treating his brothers and sisters badly. The Most High, what he said he's going to do to that person, he said he's going to cast them outside, because that's where their weeping and their gnashing is going to be. And some people are literally moving in that direction. They live in it. I mean, what? Look at so many politicians. And I'm talking about the black politicians. They know it. They working. They working the same thing. Now, but when this awakening happening, and they see it, oh, these black Hebrew Israelites, so on and so. No, they complacent. They gonna be complacent to where they're. Oh, I'm a Christian. All righty. They go die Christian. When it's all over said and done, this is real. The Most High he's throwing that olive branch out. He's throwing these warnings out. Don't let this rider take your peace. Do not let this rider take your peace. And it gets to a point when the world get too hectic and you cannot be going to court and whatever. Brothers, hold your peace. Leave it with the Most High. Leave it with the Most High. Do you think he's going to forget? He knows exactly what he's going to do. And trust, there's going to be a rectifying. And don't get me wrong, brothers. I'm not speaking about brothers and sisters who made a mistake, and then as time went on, you forgot about it. But you're still responsible. You're still responsible. If you got something you did to your brother, leave your gift at the door. Go make peace with your brother. Is that not the law? Is that not the law? Either these laws are going to be real or they're not. That's the thing, brothers. Brothers, I will say this in closing. We're about to see realism at its finest. The day is going to come, and this day is going to come like no other day. And the Most High, and you go recognize. You will not see him, but you will recognize his spirit. You're not going to see it, but you go recognize it. The world will have to recognize it. Be real about this, brothers. Don't sit here and say we're going to the laws. Be of the laws. Be in those laws. Deal with your brothers according to knowledge. Well, I better not. Well, because see, some of them don't. Some of them don't read the law. So I mean, hey, they don't have no knowledge. Hey, but my people suffer for what they do not know. Brothers, put that flesh to the test in order to determine the strength of your spirit. And some, unfortunately, are going to emphasize their flesh more so than that spirit. They can yell the Most High's name. They can say, I'm Israel all day long. But there may be a judgment. I say there may be a judgment. I can't say whether, the Most High know exactly how he's going to deal with his people. And we are no different than our forefathers coming out of Egypt. We're on the same plateau, brothers and sisters, truthfully. We're doing the same thing as some of our forefathers did. They had some issues too. That's the reason why they had all those judges there to hear these different cases. Brothers and sisters, we having the same thing. We are living the same life they are living. They lived. The only thing different, it costs money to go into get a lawyer. It costs money to get into court. That's the only difference we have. Outside of that, the frustration, the meetings of the minds, and then especially with this awakening, where there is no oversight. We just getting a taste of the frustration, brothers, of not being in those laws, not having these brothers in place to sit to hear law, and for individuals who's claiming Israel to abide by those laws. Because if they feel, you can't tell me what to do. That's how some of them are feeling right now. You can't tell them what to do. Because what? They beholding man's law. They can sit up here and talk about Hebrew law all they want. They know for a fact, oh no, I'm all real with Babylon. They got the residue of Babylon. You ain't gonna change nothing about that. The Most High is gonna do that one. That's who's going to cleanse that. Well, I ain't gonna even say cleanse. He gonna judge that person. You too, Brother Earl. I'm about to get up out of here too, brothers and sisters. Keep on praying for your brothers. And at the same time, brothers, stay on the watch. It's about to get a lot more real than what we are seeing. Stay in peace. You're right, Sister Hazel. Stay in your peace. It's the reason why we say shalom. Let that peace, brothers and sisters, you will realize how peace is going to save you. That's what it's going to do. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. And on that note, I will say, till tomorrow, y'all willing, shalom.